With the end of another season, it is time for that SypherPK style video and everything that Epic Games needs to do in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3. We're going to be talking about all of the things Epic Games needs to do when in kind of relation to the season, because I could talk about the regular stuff like, hey, Epic Games, fix the locker UI. We need the old magic of Fortnite back. We need all of this stuff that's been missing from Fortnite for a very long time. This is not what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about things that are, again, in relation to the new season. So sit back, relax, hear what I have to say, and I'd love to know what you guys think about it afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm a guy with too many YouTube channels. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but I need to apologize. I'm still a little under the weather. I don't know if my voice is coming across like that, but hopefully it's still a good experience for you to sit back and watch this video. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. I have my notes over on my screen right now and everything that I need or want to see from Epic Games coming up. So first off, starting off with Epic Games, we need another LTM event again. If we can't get back LTMs, if that's completely scrapped, which at this point, I'm kind of assuming it is. I'm not saying that they won't come back one day, but as of right now, it seems like we are not going to get LTM rotations. That's one of the things, like I said, I wouldn't talk about, right? But we had a big grand event for a great LTM, and Midas presents Floor is Lava. They had an amazing trailer with it, bringing back one of the great storyline characters and bringing back one of the fan favorite LTMs. I think when people talk about the season and talking about how lackluster it's been, they forget how strong the beginning of the season was. Or they talk about the Star Wars update. Hey, nothing happened for Battle Royale, right? But then you could argue, like, we had our giant event at the beginning of the season. Regardless, everything about that was phenomenal. I missed Floor is Lava. It was a fan favorite mode. They came back. You could argue that they improved it. They had some great weapons with it. The LTM was awesome. The trailer was amazing. It was all eerie. It was great. The way they brought Midas back, the music that they used was absolutely perfect. I loved everything about that. So I would love for Epic Games to bring back any LTM, literally any LTM. I'm lying, not any LTM. I'm talking about any good LTM. I don't want to see solid gold again, okay? Epic Games, I've had enough of solid gold. But I'm talking like, if you want to bring back Air Royale, have some great plane event. I don't know, bring Amy back and the planes back. That's how she came to the island the first time. I don't know, that's a horrible brainstorm, but you know what I'm talking about. Bring back a great LTM like Air Royale. Bring back something like the knockout modes. Just find a way, and if you can, incorporate it to the storyline, because that was really fun to see Midas come back, right? I really enjoyed that. I would love to see another LTM event like that again. Bring back a great LTM. Steady Storm, I'm here for Bodyguard. I know a lot of people like Bodyguard. That's why we love Brock Edits over the community over here, because it seems to be the only one that remembers Bodyguard. But anyways, it was a good time, man. The LTM was a great time. Let's continue on though. So kind of branching off of the LTM, I don't want the characters in the storyline, and don't get me wrong, Epic Games has been doing better when it comes to the storyline. They just can still do better. It's still not enough to necessarily satisfy me as a longtime storyline fan. So I don't want these characters that Epic Games builds or brings back to be a one-off. For example, they brought back Midas. If they were to do the same thing again, if they were to bring back somebody like the Foundation, just using him as an example, I'm not saying he's going to come back. If they bring back somebody like the Herald, don't make it just a one-time thing just for an event. Hey, LTM's here, the Herald's back, it's a chrome, fun-filled LTM, the LTM's a blast, and then we never hear from the Herald again. I know that Midas could be off to OG Chapter 2, I know Midas could be off to Open World, maybe this is all for a good thing, but I don't want to see this time and time again moving forward. Right now with Midas, it's acceptable, because again, when it comes to the storyline, Midas might actually, and it's very plausible that Midas set sail with everybody going on to something that's coming in Fortnite's future. I don't think that's going to be the case if you're going to continue to do that with other characters. Just something little that I missed, because I was excited for a season filled with Midas. I was excited for Midas to come back for the entire chapter, but we only got him for a few weeks. But hey, you know what? It was still really fun. It's just a little bit of a nitpick I have. I don't want to see that happen again. That's all. But anyways, let's continue on. Collaborations. I'm a big fan of collaborations. I love the mini battle passes. I love a lot of things that Epic Games has done with collaborations. The Avatar event was great. The Star Wars event was subpar. It was something we're going to talk about a little bit, but it's very important that Epic Games doesn't let the collaborations interrupt the season. I have been sitting here for a very long time as a Fortnite player and just completely disagreeing with everybody. Okay, this isn't ad night. This is still Fortnite. You can still play the game. This is the first time where I've actually agreed with the community, and I always say that if I'm agreeing with the community or if I'm complaining about something, then it has merit, because I am one of Epic Games' biggest fans. For the first time, it actually has happened. The new mythics, the very fun weapons, the Icarus wings, the lightning bolts, Hades chains, they were awesome additions to the Fortnite loot pool, and they got vaulted because of a collaboration. I'm sitting here, and I'm always talking about Epic Games. I don't understand why you can't just split the casual and competitive loot pool. I will never understand why that's a thing, but this video isn't about general things just like that. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it completely. So the Avatar event did interrupt this season. The Greek mythology theme was awesome. It didn't live up to its hype because of the Avatar event. We had something that just completely took it over. This wasn't an Avatar season. This was a Greek mythology season, and the collab actually, I don't want to say overstated its welcome, but it interrupted. It interrupted the great season that we had right now, and I still had a blast with the Avatar stuff. I just think about how much fun it would have been to have the wings and the airbending, you know? I don't get why you had to vault all of those, but then again, I do understand Epic Games' perspective because they definitely would hurt. Oh my god, Epic Games, what is with the lightning bolts and the earth bending? Why is that? Why are they all here? I can't wait until it gets vaulted. They would have heard that in general, so this community isn't very rational when it comes to anything Fortnite related. But anyways, talking about updates moving forward, Epic Games, you need to balance the updates between all the modes at the beginning. And I know that a lot of you aren't going to be ready to hear this, but Lego Fortnite has players. Fortnite Festival has players. They are not as much as Battle Royale. I get that, but that doesn't mean Epic Games should just ignore them for updates. A lot of people sit back and they're like, okay, well, Battle Royale is your core. You need to update Battle Royale. That's true, but people also just continuously hate on the new modes and act like they shouldn't have updates at all. Epic Games, the metaverse is here, whether you like it or not, and Epic Games is trying to build up all of those modes. They need time to do that. I'm confident with time these modes will have consistent, maybe 100,000 players. I don't know what it's at right now, but it's in its infancy right now. You need to let Epic Games update it. So the problem was the Star Wars update, of course, right? Battle Royale kind of got ignored, and then we got a little hot fix with the big bush bomb. I don't want to say it's unacceptable, but if unacceptable was to be pointed to something, that would definitely be it. This all could have been solved with just unvaulting the Force Mythics and maybe adding one more Force Mythic. I can't imagine it would take that much extra development time to add one extra thing to Battle Royale. You just need to make sure the updates just don't flat out suck. Okay, Epic Games? Actually, I don't remember what it was, but somebody commented on one of my videos that Epic Games could have solved all of the backlash by giving lightsabers as pickaxes, then everybody would forget about the Battle Royale update. That's, to be honest with you, that's kind of true, but my point being, of course, the Lego update was focused on. I believe that Epic Games needs to balance the updates with all these modes. If you want to have your metaverse, have a balance between all of the updates, because of course, Battle Royale got put on the back burner, and Battle Royale is the core as of right now to Fortnite. You need to make sure that that's still taken care of. But guys, we are going to continue because I have a lot more things that I still want to talk about. I want to take a really quick pause because, as you guys know, and I've been promoting this in some of my videos, I've just recently had a baby. It's been so nice to have my wife at home, and I've been asking you guys, if you do not have a supporter creator code that you are using in the item shop, please consider using my code Clen. My goal with all of these YouTube channels that I have is to make enough money where my wife doesn't have to go back to work when this year is up, because again, it's been amazing having the family home. It's almost like a dream come true. We have seen a boost in supporter creator codes being used for mine, and I can't thank you enough for that. I'm just saying, if you don't have a code that you're using, please consider using mine. Thank you very, very much, guys. Sorry to put a pause on the video. I always kind of feel bad about that, but let's continue on, okay? Let's continue on to the next thing that I want to talk about. Pandora's Box. Something like Pandora's Box, we need to keep having things matter. Pandora's Box was a really good example of this, because I was really disappointed at the beginning of the season because it seemed like Pandora's Box was so cool, right? Well, I mean, it was cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying, like, it seemed like, just like Midas, it was a one-off thing where Pandora's Box is there, the hand event happened, it's done, it didn't matter. But now, at the time of recording this video, you are seeing it. I recorded this yesterday, assuming that nothing has happened still. Pandora's Box is currently being struck by lightning, and they're actually bringing something that's been on the map back into the storyline, and I think that is really, really cool. So my point being, it's really nice to see Epic Games, and they haven't done this in a very long time, where the same with the storyline characters, just a lot of things that they've added haven't mattered past the season, and I really like that this is being used again, Pandora's Box, because now the Sandstorm's coming because of Pandora's Box. Lightning striking it, Pandora's Box is going to open, where supposedly it's going to open. Regardless, something is happening with Pandora's Box. It's not just a, oh, well, that happened, and then we're never going to touch it again. I really like the idea that we're going to have to consider more possibilities of things coming that are going to happen. Was the Sandstorm going to bring something? Maybe that's something we're going to pay attention to instead of just, oh, the new season's starting. We need more things that have been in the storyline that have happened on this map to matter, and that's what really builds that connection to those maps that have been gone for so long. On the same topic, I want to touch on this very lightly because this does fall into the general stuff that I didn't talk about, but something that I have been talking about forever now is we need to fix leaks, because the entire Sandstorm event got leaked, right? We already know what's coming for the most part. I know there might be a little 1 or 2 things here that Epic Games will surprise us with, but regardless, sit back and imagine this. We're playing Fortnite. Everybody's complaining about the metaverse. Everybody's unhappy about Fortnite. Boom, lightning starts striking. Clouds start getting dark. Lightning strikes Pandora's box. Gets a little dark around Pandora's box. All of a sudden, this little orb starts filling. Boom, Pandora's box opens. Sandstorm coming. We don't know if it's a water storm. We don't know what's coming. Regardless, the Sandstorm is here. Just imagine if that wasn't leaked for a second. And then people sit back and have the audacity to say like, oh my god, the Chapter 1 magic just isn't the same anymore. Epic Games doesn't care. If this happened in Chapter 1, it wouldn't have been leaked and everybody would have been going crazy. It drives me crazy that these leaks still exist and the community is okay with that. I'll honestly sit here and say, if you're okay with Fortnite leaks, then you have no business talking about the nostalgia for Chapter 1. You have no business talking about how Epic Games doesn't treat Fortnite the same, because they're trying to treat it the same. This would have been something that would have been phenomenal in Chapter 1 and we would have looked back on forever. Just think of like Kevin the Cube. You know what this reminds me of? A little bit of when Polar Peak first came. Remember when we thought a sandstorm maybe was, or not a sandstorm, excuse me. Remember when we thought a winter storm or a snowstorm was coming on in the distance? We don't really know what's happening, but then all of a sudden, it's here. The same thing. This is the same thing that could happen. Could you just imagine? The device event. This is the exact same thing as a device event. All of a sudden, something nobody expected. Boom, water storms here. Just this with the sandstorm, something we haven't seen before. Now we could be speculating all this stuff that's happening. We could be speculating about the storyline. We could be talking about what Zeus is doing. Why is Zeus angry? Maybe that lightning isn't supposed to be hitting Pandora's box. Just imagine all of this stuff that the community be talking about, the community be hyped, all of the storyline theories. Remember the mech being built? We didn't have any leaks up until a little bit later, of course. That one ended up getting leaked a little bit, but we didn't have any idea. We saw these footprints on the map, right? We saw these footprints on the Chapter 1 map. We thought there was a big monster maybe. There was hints of things being destroyed, so there was a big monster, and okay, this character Singularity, she's building a mech, and it seems like she's building a mech because it seems to be feet, and then week by week there would be more of the mech being built. This is the magic of Fortnite Chapter 1 that everybody is missing, and leaks are completely 100% destroying that. This would be that Chapter 1 magic that everybody cries about not having anymore. It's here. We can have it, but the problem is the surprise isn't here. It's all leaked. I won't point to it anymore. Just think something like Kevin the Cube. It's crazy. Epic Games needs to get a handle on the leaks. I'm all over that Epic dev canceling the event, delaying it just because it ended up getting leaked. I wish Epic Games would do something more about that, but this Pandora's Box event is something that we would look back on forever as one of the greatest things to ever happen in Fortnite, but we're not going to do that because of the way that it's been leaked. Unless this is the perfect event, which I doubt it will be. This has to be so perfect and blow our brains out. It has to be the most magnificent thing ever. It's not going to be, probably. I could eat my words on that one, but you get what I'm saying. Leaks need to be fixed, but let's continue on. We need, this is a little bit of a quick one. We just need a better shotgun meta. This was pointed out by RageBait in our amazing community, so thank you very much, RageBait. We need a better shotgun meta. I don't like the Gatekeeper shotgun. I don't like the auto shotgun. They're too spammy right now, and the pump shotgun doesn't work all that well. We still need to fix attachments. That falls under the general category a little bit more, but we just need a complete rehaul on shotguns, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll make a video on that moving forward, but continuing on, this, assuming the roadmap's real, right? Assuming the roadmap's real, we're going to get a new train. The train definitely needs improvement. The potential for a train and what it could possibly be is something that I've been looking forward to in Fortnite for a very long time, and we finally got the train. I was so hyped when Chapter 5 came out and we got a train. It just ended up being some carts that moved around. It's okay. Like, I'm glad it's there. I'd rather have it than it not be there, but come on, man. From the potential that it could have, this is ridiculous. Go watch Clark Clint's video on the train because he really dives in, and it's a little bit towards the beginning of Chapter 5, I believe. You'd have to scroll a little bit, but regardless, you gotta go watch that video. He dives into what the train could be, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Let's continue on. Looks like we're going to get sand on the map, of course. The Sandstorm's here. The road map we have right now. It's very likely that we're going to get sand on the map. Epic Games, we need sand tunneling. Can you give us sand tunneling, please? Make sure, and not only can we have sand tunneling, can we make sure it works? Because last time in Chapter 2, Season 5, we barely got to play with the sand tunneling feature. It was a blast. It was a great feature that Epic Games came up with. It worked well. I don't even know what went wrong with it. I haven't experienced any bugs personally, but I had so much fun with the sand tunneling. All the plays you could do, the way you could move around, the way you had to shoot a bunch of people like swiggling around in the sand. It was really fun. It was really fun, and hiding in places, just people not noticing the little bump that you were. The sand tunneling was great, and we didn't get to play with it back in Chapter 2, Season 5. And we haven't had sand. We've had desert biomes, but we haven't had sand since Chapter 2, Season 5, and this would be a perfect opportunity to bring back sand tunneling. This is something that I've missed. This is something that I believe the community has missed, and it was a really, really fun feature that I would really like to have. So Epic Games, I would love to see sand tunneling come back. Let's continue on to a nice reminder by Green Starfish, which you should subscribe to Green Starfish, by the way, grinding out the content, back on the grind. We love to see it. But anyways, I can't believe this slipped my mind until Green Starfish mentioned it. Epic Games, that summer update. To be honest with you, it might have slipped my mind because I've lost complete faith in Epic Games and their summer events, because I think that's just not important to them anymore. It's when I talk about the magic of old Fortnite, this is one of the things that I loved. The 14 days of summer was amazing, and can you at least make it a little bit better than the ice cream update, please? Please, Epic Games, a little bit better than the ice cream update. We need something summer. We need a little bit of decorations. Give us an LTM. Give us anything for summer. Regardless, I would love for Epic Games to bring back not only holiday updates, but I would love for them to bring back a great summer update. This is something that the community look forward to every year, and now I've completely lost hope. I would imagine a lot of the community has completely lost hope for a summer event. So if Epic Games, you were to actually make, honestly, even a decent summer update, that would get the community really hyped again. I would really, really like that. Just have a couple free rewards, have a back bling, you know, just don't make it nothing, you know. You know what I'm talking about. We need a little bit of that magic back from old Fortnite. But anyways, here's something that is a feature that I almost didn't talk about because I'm not sure that we're gonna get it. This is just a big maybe. If we end up getting a flood like Chapter 2 Season 3, I'm not expecting it, don't get me wrong. That is a lot to ask of Epic Games. I know that's a massive update, and I don't want to mislead anybody, okay? This is not confirmed. This is me being hopeful. This is not something that I'm expecting from Epic Games. If the Sandstorm ends up being like a flood, like in Chapter 2 Season 3, first of all, that was one of the greatest seasons of all time. That was one of the best things to ever happen to the map. The map changes were beautiful. The way that the map slowly started getting revealed again and the locations were different. I loved everything about it. If this Sandstorm ends up being anything like Chapter 2 Season 3, floods the map, the sand starts going away somehow, don't let it go away too quickly. Don't get me wrong, I was personally happy with the way Chapter 2 Season 3 went because it was a really quick season. The flood went away in about a month. I believe it was a month, maybe 3 weeks, and then we got the cars update, which was massive, but a lot of people were really disappointed because the water did go away too quickly and the cars update didn't live up to the hype. I'm kind of inclined to agree with the community in that sense because it was a feature in having the map flooded that was so new. It was so different and everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. And before I know, somebody in the comments is bound to say, well, I didn't love it. I know there's always exceptions to the rule, but Chapter 2 Season 3 is looked back as one of the greatest seasons ever. So if we end up getting the Sandstorm like the flood, don't let it go away too quickly. You might have a big update planned, which is great. I liked it personally, but it's pretty clear that the community agrees that the water went away too quickly, but it was really cool seeing the sand slowly, seeing the water slowly go down, different POI changes, different things getting revealed. I loved it, and I would love for the sand to do the same thing, but again, it's not something that I'm expecting from Epic Games, but I wanted to mention it just in case. But even in just saying this, I would imagine that Epic Games already has the plan written out for Chapter 5 Season 3. Regardless, I'm very excited, guys. Let me know if I missed anything down below. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you would love to see, and try not to comment down below like the general things. For example, like fix the locker UI, or Epic Games, we need an old storyline back. We need the foundation. You know, think about something that can be in relation to this season or in season 3. I want to make the comments about this. I'll be responding to them. Let me know what you think down below. Before you go though, check out one of the 2 videos on screen right now. The top one will be YouTube's suggestion for you and the best video for the viewer, right? But then the bottom one, you gotta check out this tier list ranking all of my favorite toxic emotes in Fortnite. Check it out right here, guys. I will see you over there. Take care.